Welcome, welcome, welcome to the turntable with Ari Styles, D Money, and Shiki on Active FM, where radio has never been better.
Yes, I am Styles. This is the turntable where we keep you learned and get you turned.
And I'm D Money, and we'll be bringing you the facts, playing you the tracks. We're back at it again with one of another legendary artist. He put the,
Cultural icon.
he put the he put the second G in dog.
Yes.
He's the SNOOP, Snoop Dogg.
Or most commonly, when he first came, it was Snoop Doggy Dog.
Yeah, he dropped the doggy for some reason.
And then he was Snoop Lion.
That was for one album.
Okay, so today we're gonna take you on a little history lesson of
Through the legacy.
through the legacy, through the controversy of Snoop Dogg.
So Snoop Dogg, real name Calvin Codesa Brothers Jr. Born,
Wait. You did struggle with words every week
yeah.
with simple pronunciations. And you say a name that is so ridiculous to pronounce, and you just say that shit so easily.
Yeah, because I started it.
You talk to him on the first name basis.
Yeah, I talked to him on first name basis. Yeah, he's born October 20th, 1971. Right, like I said, his name is Snoop Dogg, or previously was Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Lion, when he became a
Reggae artist.
reggae artist. Yeah,
Yeah, let's just
Check
name.
had one of the funniest jokes ever. They say, if you were a rap fan, I'm not sure if you heard Snoop's reggae album, but if you were a reggae fan, I know you never heard that reggae album.
no, I heard it.
That's what
I know it was a joke. I
understand the
understand it was a
He
joke.
said if you were a reggae fan,
Yeah.
I'm sure you never heard that
Yeah.
album.
I actually went for that concert when he was here in
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Africa. He was
The
Snoop,
Snoop
Lion.
Lion concert.
It was actually quite good. He played
Is
like a few songs off it, and then he
And
went
he did
back.
Snoop Dogg,
Then he
yeah.
went to Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg.
And also now recently also a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Even that time as well, he was
Does
always
everything.
DJ Snoopadelic. That's his DJ name.
Yeah. So,
17,000 reality shows.
yeah. So it basically started in '92, when he meets up with Dr. Dre through Warren G.
Dre step brother, half brother, something.
Yeah. From that first encounter, I'm gonna put the did you know, because they always say no, it's through Warren G. It was through Warren G.
Mhm.
But the Snoop and Dre might not have happened. You know why I say why I said it?
No.
Because Dre called Snoop for a studio session, and Snoop didn't answer. Right? But it just so happened that it with luck, Snoop Dre called him again. I think
And he
after a
answered.
while, yeah. And that
But I don't think that would have
encounter.
hindered the situation, because he could have got hold of his step or half brother
Plus,
easily.
plus, this was in '92. They never have no cell phones. Sorry.
Yeah.
How were they?
no, they had big ones.
They had
No,
pages.
never yet.
No, they had
That
they
was
had big.
pages and house
No,
phones. Later in the 90s came cell
Yeah.
phones.
They no, but they had big ones. You must not
Did you
remember.
have one of those in your
Huh?
days in the '80s and the '90s?
Remember, we're talking about America versus South Africa. South Africa, we were.
Don't
we-
downplay us like that.
No,
We had
it's true.
technology.
But we always.
Just get across. It's true. It's true.
Sorry, I'm offending Shiki a little bit. It's a bit patriotic,
I am completely patriotic.
right? Yeah. So he started in '92, on Death Row Records, right? First song that came up. I think if you watch the Straight Outta Compton, you'll know that the first song actually started. Was this one deep cover?
187. Yeah,
Deep cover.
It was a deep cover soundtrack.
Yeah. 187. And then from there he featured on the Chronic.
He featured heavily on the Chronic, and he wrote a lot of the Chronic.
Yeah.
Him along with the DOC, a little bit of Corrupt. There was few people that penned the Chronic, but him and the DOC wrote most of the Chronic.
Yeah. His debut album, right, which is entitled Doggystyle, was produced entirely by Dr. Dre, right? That was released the year after the Chronic. which
The
was
highest
93.
selling debut album up until a certain
Up
point.
until Get Rich or Die Trying
Yeah,
came.
right. That was the
Yeah.
highest selling debut album. But you need to understand the buzz coming in. It
Big,
Deep
yeah.
Cover, which was a huge success.
Yeah. And then
He's
he
all over
grew-
the Chronic, which was a humongous album, still is still today.
Yeah.
And he's all over that album.
Yeah.
So coming in, he was highly anticipated. There was a huge buzz around him for his solo project.
Yeah.
And it comes in and completely delivers.
Yeah.
Maybe a top 10 album of all time, both of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it in '94 alone it was quadruple platinum.
So it's a year after it came out.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Main singles is What's My Name, Gin and Juice, right? Then in '94 they released a short film of Murder Was the Case, right?
Where you hear the song Murder Was the Case.
Yeah. And in '96, his second album, The Dogfather, right, which debuted at number one. The Snoop's Upside Your Head was basically the lead single.
A lot of people feel like that album wasn't up to par.
Yeah.
Didn't do what it did, but they were comparing it to Park's double album, which was doing multi
Yeah.
platinum, and saying Snoop kind of wasn't living up to the hype, which wasn't the case.
No, also,
because it wasn't a double album as well.
Yeah,
It was a normal album.
yeah, also because of the success of Doggystyle.
Yeah.
That's why they looked at. But
Always compare you to your first.
Yeah.
album.
but this was released in '96, right? The next year, it was double platinum. So I think that's why. Remember when I said earlier the Doggystyle was released in '93? The next year, it was quadruple platinum, right? This one was just double platinum, but it's still a feat.
Now, it was looked at as a certain way based on the success of Park doing what he did with All Eyes on Me during that year. So
Right?
it was like Snoop was the flagship artist of that.
Yeah.
And let's be realistic. Before Park comes out of jail, we're looking at Me Against the World. Prior to that, Snoop is way bigger than Tupac at that point in time. None of his albums is doing real
No,
numbers.
okay.
As a movie star, maybe
no,
yeah,
no.
but none of his albums is doing real
I
numbers.
can say it's
He's not going platinum.
no.
He don't have hit records. He
No,
got
yeah,
maybe 2 or 3 hit records. He got
remember.
don't have
No.
bona fide hits like it's All Eyes on Me. Snoop
No,
is way
there's a
bigger
re-
than Tupac.
There were there,
Pre
there, there, no, there was
Death Row Tupac.
no, there was a reason to it. There was a reason to it. Snoop even mentioned it. I think in this not in this month in this year when he had an interview, he said they asked him, and the reason why they brought he wanted Pac in was because at that specific time the reason why people took him as the bigger artist than Tupac is because of the backing. So when he came in,
Regardless, we just
The
talking
label
numbers
backing.
here because
Yeah,
when
but
that
label
album
backing,
comes
you're
out, they
talking about
looking at
label
like
backing.
Pac took his spot on Death Row, right?
but remember the label backing.
He prior to that, he is way bigger than Tupac.
Yeah,
is.
but Tupac never had
comes on
proper
Death
label
Row
backing.
and becomes
Yeah,
the Tupac
yeah,
that the
because-
whole world knows.
yeah,
And then
but-
people go into his back catalog.
Yeah, but yeah,
After that,
yeah,
it's
but
like
yeah,
when Jay-Z blows
yeah,
up in 98, people
understandable.
go to his back catalog.
we
Then
understand
his
it.
back catalog blows
Yeah.
up. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying is that the label, the label didn't have that full backing of Tupac as
you
much
saying
as
because he was on Death Row and he was signed directly to Interscope.
yeah, he was and at the time remember Interscope. Okay, they were hip hop, but
They were falling apart. The artist
Yeah.
on there was Tupac and Marilyn Manson. Great combination.
right? So if you look
They
at
should have did a record together. That's all I'm saying.
There was even Biggie said on one of his tracks he wants to sell
Like
records
it's like Snoop.
yeah, no, but that's what I'm talking about now. The backing, and Snoop said it himself as well, and then that's why when Tupac came,
Calvin told you. Calvin Brothers.
yeah,
I'm a Pac fan. I'm just
yeah,
stating the obvious
yeah,
facts.
No, yeah, I'm also stating the facts. What
Yeah, but
come
people
I
on,
really
look
should
at
have had you as the advocate.
Huh?
Eminem, Snoop. They wouldn't have did jail
They
time.
were-
Listen, I'm a huge Tupac fan.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
But
this.
that-
But,
but
you,
that's what I'm
can't,
saying.
you can't change history.
It's-
If
it's-
you
it's
look
the
at
same-
things the way
it's
people look at it
okay,
now, like
it's the same when
Like
graduation.
Tupac was-
So it's the same when Kanye West and 50 Cent was going get to it,
yeah.
right? Kanye West's label backed him completely,
Yes.
and 50 Cent's the label didn't really back him that much, right? There was what you could say. That's why that's
I'm
why
not arguing
yeah.
this fact. I'm just saying prior to a certain point, Snoop was way bigger than Tupac, and people like to rewrite history. That's all I'm saying.
No, people
I
like
didn't-
to-
Yes, people will still today say that there was, yes, post Death Row Tupac is the huge Tupac, the famous Tupac, the multi-platinum Tupac. Prior to that, he had a #1 album with Me Against the World when he was in prison. That was it. He had nothing that really moved prior to that. No, none of his records moved. People went back to his back catalogue.
But like,
How was he broke?
Huh? How was he broke? There was a lot of court cases.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Okay, this is about Snoop. Let's leave it. Or something we're gonna go on about Tupac. Okay. Yeah. So then in 98, basically in January 98, he signed what No Limit Records. He leaves Death Row. The way he releases 3 albums, which is The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told. This is 98. No Limit, Top Dog, and The Last Meal. Right. I think we spoke about this when we spoke about Master P.
This was a mutually beneficial situation.
Yeah.
Because it gave No Limit credibility to have an established, well-known artist on there, and at the same time it helped Snoop get off a death row.
Yeah. And then in 2002 he signed with Priority Capital EMI Records, releasing Paid the Cost to Be the Boss. In 2004 he signs to Geffen Records, releasing his next 3 albums, which is RG, which is Rhythm and Gangster, The Masterpiece, and then The Blue Carpet Treatment, and Ego Tripping. In 2009, Priority Records released his album Malice in Wonderland, followed by Documentary in 2011. Snoop Dogg also starred in in movies, right? He took part in Baby Boy, right?
The Wash, which we spoke about last week.
Then there's then there's television shows also, which is called Doggy Fuzzle Television. And the one I used to watch.
Remember that horror with him, man? There was a horror with him.
Mr. Something Bones. That's called
I
Bones.
think it was.
That's called Bones. Yeah. I was about to say Mr. Bones, but yeah.
Mac and Devon
Goes to
high school.
Goes to high school. Then there's one series about his fatherhood.
That's a reality show.
Yeah, reality show. Snoop Dogg's father.
And
I used
the
to
one
watch
with
it.
Martha Stewart,
I used
the
to watch
cooking
it.
show.
The cooking show. Yeah, I used to
How
watch
can you
it.
forget about Soul Plane too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, was
Mac.
in Soul Plane. Yeah, I was in
Can't
Soul
forget
Plane.
He's been in a lot of
It's
stuff.
been in a lot of movies.
Snoop is everywhere and just does everything. Whole lot of like adverts or they call it commercials.
Yeah.
The reality shows. He does stuff with Martha Stewart. Like he just does
That's
and
Kid
normally,
Hutch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Normally when a rap artist does so many stuff like that, they look at their sellout. They look at their sellouts. Like they go into commercial. They do
Yeah.
stuff with brands that they wouldn't normally agree with. Yet he's never been looked at like that.
Yeah, he's now looked at as
Icon.
an icon.
He's arguably the most famous rapper in the world.
Yeah. Because everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Mm,
Even bigger than
Nah.
someone's favorite.
Yeah, fame wise, yeah, probably.
yeah, no, not lyrically, but anyway. In 2012, what's it called? After a trip to Jamaica, as we said, he announced his conversion to Rastafari, which then he changes his name to Snoop Lion, right? Where he released a reggae album and a documentary film called Reincarnated. In 2013, his 13th studio album called Bush was released, right? And then that's when he changed. He went back to the Snoop Dogg. His 14th
Because he realized Snoop Lion did not work.
his 14th solo studio album was called Kool-Aid, right? In 2016, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
to make guest
He was
Yeah.
a wrestler.
All of
He
that,
was
yeah.
in the wrestling too.
He
In
did everything.
in
Yeah.
2018, Snoop announced that he was a born-again Christian and he released his first gospel album called
We'll
Bible
get
of Love.
into in the coming weeks.
Called Bible of Love, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Then in 2018, he was given the star of the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Mhm.
And then where he released his 17th studio album, naming
I'd
naming
like
it I Wanna Thank Me.
Yeah, because in that speech he just said,
I Wanna Thank Me. Yeah. Okay, and then recently in 2022, he acquired Death Row Records.
Which is the jury's still out on if he really acquired Death Row Records like in its entirety. But because Because their back catalog is probably worth billions.
Yeah. You didn't
But
take-
he has
no, no.
done something with it regarding his
Mm.
moving away. But Snoop is just on a whole different level. Snoop will exist to be Snoop without no music, without nothing. Snoop will just
It's
can
a
be
yeah.
Snoop. He can just pop out and he'll be Snoop Dogg. Like he's just established himself and putting himself in his own category. There are very few artists can exist in that space where he's just Snoop Dogg. He's
Like
not
his-
Snoop Dogg the rapper. He's not Snoop Dogg the actor. He's not Snoop Dogg the. He's just Snoop.
Snoop.
Now he's now he's just
He's
now
just
he's just Snoop.
established himself in such a way that he's just
Like
Snoop.
you said, an icon basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
in
Put
his own-
himself in a completely different space by himself, because no one else can do all the stuff that he's done
Yeah.
and still command the level of respect that he commands. Because a lot of people would look at him like
Yeah.
he's selling out or he's doing something that's anti-hip hop or whatever, but he's just Snoop.
Yeah, he's just doing his thing.
Yeah, and he look like he's having fun doing it too.
Yeah. Even when you watch the Super Bowl, you see when he's dancing and clapping he's doing the
Yeah, no, I
report,
haven't
hey.
seen it. But oh, you mean the halftime show?
the halftime show, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Snoop. I don't think we'll continue talking about Snoop and we'll run the
Yeah, it's too
Champas.
much to really speak about.
yeah.
The albums, the plaques, the beefs.
Yeah. We will come to the beefs at the later stage. Just for now, let's be highlighting Snoop and his career. Yeah.
One of the most
Iconic figures, not only in hip hop anymore. Like I was speaking about the other week when Ari said transcending hip hop,
Yeah.
and I said you don't really transcend hip hop anymore because hip hop has grown to pop culture. But Snoop is one of those people that has transcended both of those things, and he's just there.
He's just Snoop.
uh,
Yeah, and you watch the roast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he also
Yeah,
appears.
watch
in a
the-
few
yeah,
of the
but
roasts.
you-
He
yeah,
does
his
well
roast.
too.
Yeah, his roast.
mhm.
Brilliant. Right.
Now, granted, just like some of his raps, his roasts are also written by other people. Let's be real about that.
Oh, you're roasting him now.
Are you roasting him?
No, he's been forthcoming about the fact that he don't write all his own stuff.
Yeah.
He's been open about it. He said he wrote early Daz's things, and then afterwards Daz figured out how to write for himself. And he said, I think Jay was the first one to give him something that wrote still Dre, and afterwards he started letting people write for him.
Yeah, but no, it's not all.
Yeah.
But you
not
see what
everything.
Snoop does. What Snoop does also in some of his songs, right? He's writing a pattern, right? He'll just write keywords.
Skeleton and
He
let
just
him
he'll
fill
ju-
in.
no he'll just write keywords, right? And then he'll freestyle basically on
on
a
the track. Yeah, no. But he's been open about the fact that he let other people
Yeah.
write for him. So you can't attack him for that because you've been vocal about the fact. It's like, yeah, I let the little guys that's hungry and doing well write for me.
Yeah.
And he's got some crazy freestyle skills as well.
Yeah, one of the best, just to go off the top like that.
Yeah. So we can't.
No one's denying his pen. I'm just saying he's
Yeah.
been letting other people write.
Yeah, it's part
It's
of.
acting like it's a beef between you and him today.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I
No,
don't attack everything I say.
I'm
You
not
have to
attacking.
you know when you attack something I say and then I have to respond, it makes me argue against something that I wasn't arguing against.
Yeah, but you weren't arguing.
So you just put me on the other side of the fence, like I have to argue against Snoop now because you said blah blah
No,
blah
you
blah.
don't have to
blah, and I
argue
have to
against
argue against something that I don't want to argue
You
against.
weren't arguing, okay? Before the tempers get hot and the blood get hot and the chili peppers go off, let us continue.
Okay, so today our focus Christian hip hop artist is the Ambassador, also known as William Tyrone Deuce Branch. Is a Christian hip hop artist who has recorded both independently and as a founding member of the group The Cross Movement, which we have spoke about before. Okay, so with him, he's been active since '91 till now. He a graduate from college. He started. He was a co-planter of the F&E Fellowship in Philadelphia. So this guy is also as well. He's toured the world with the Cross Movement. That was the Christian hip hop group for nearly 15 years, and he as well has been like preaching on that as well. So he's been basically doing church work while also rapping and throwing out albums. He does have 5 albums. Started from 99 up until 2016, which was his last album.
Yeah. Did you say his name is William Tyrone? You say Tyrone. You know, I remember that first Friday, that Friday movie. You can call on Tyrone. It
If it was South Africa, it'd be Tyrone.
is Tyrone.
Cheeky called on Tyrone. Call him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the ambassador. And he's the ambassador for Christ. Where's my drum roll?
I see you playing a drum roll on your thighs,
No.
rubbing your hands together like
Yeah.
Birdman.
Yeah.
Get ready for it.
Drum roll.
It's that time again.
It is this past week in hip hop history, and this is the time where I changed my voice. October 96, Westside Connection releases Power Down. October 2012, Kendrick Lamar releases Good Kid, Mad City. October 24th, 1986, Drake was born.
Ugh.
Okay, I don't want to say anything because we're going to argue. October 26th,
Week.
1993, Shaq releases Shaq Diesel. It's his debut album. If you don't know Shaq, it's Shaquille O'Neal. October 93, Too Short releases Get In Where You Fit In.
It's a good title for a song from Too Short.
Yeah, and for Ari.
Yeah, it's his 8th album, basically. Why is he in for Ari?
Because you're too short.
Get it.
And you get it where you put it.
October 26th, Schoolboy Q was born. October 26th, 1986. October 2005, Jay-Z and Nas makes peace. M.O.P. releases their second album, Firing Squad, October 1996. Dilated Peoples released their second album, Expansion Team, in 2001. Onyx, October 95, released their second album, All We Got Is Us. The film Crush Groove was released in October 1985. The Alchemist, which is a producer, was born in October 25th, 1977. Mace releases debut album, Harlem World, October 1997.
T's favorite album.
Yeah.
Harlem on the rise.
And that was it for this past week in the pop history.
It was shorter than your usual. This week wasn't so packed.
Wasn't so packed, yeah, that's October.
We almost forgot about singing along with Shiki.
Oh, yes.
That is not happening.
Okay.
All I
It's like another thing you can't resist.
Yeah. And my voice just goes high pitched all of a sudden without control. It just happens.
Right, so
Anywho, that was it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. The Turntable with Shiki, Ari Styles and D Money on Active FM radio has never been better.